Okay, so if you're listening to this video, you are looking to fill in sections 4 and 5 of your guided notes. Now, sections 4 and 5 are really simple, short and sweet. They are about elections, sessions of Congress, and procedures. There are a lot of rules involved in running Congress because there's a lot of different people and interests that need to be managed. So the first rule that was really clear in the Constitution is that Congress must meet at least once a year. Now that might be surprising to you because obviously Congress meets much more than just once a year. With that being said, if you think back to 1787, getting 400 people together or plus or more than that was really, really challenging. Since then, I think it's important to understand that Congress does meet much more than that, but they would need a constitutional amendment to constitutionally change that. However, our founding fathers did only put it in there. Constitutionally, they are only required to meet once a year. Now, in order to meet, they must have what's called a quorum. A quorum is the minimum number of members that must be present in order to conduct business. Meaning this amount of people has to be there to get stuff done. If they're not there, they can't hold an actual congressional session. Now, a quorum is one more than half, which means it's 51 in the Senate and 218 in the House of Representatives. The next part down here says that a member of Congress can only be forced out by a 2/3 vote of their chamber. So let's say a House member is doing some crazy stuff and is earning themselves to get expelled from Congress. They can get voted out, but they need a 2/3 vote in order to make that happen. Now, what's interesting up here, looking at this list for sections 4 and 5, and we are summarizing them by and large, notice that something that you do every day for school that is required of you as a student is not required of Congress. Attendance. Attendance is not required for Congress. Yes, they take attendance, but it is not required. So oftentimes when people ask me about who they should vote for, I don't know if that's often, but if they ever were to, I typically refer them to this QR code and I say, how about you go look at your representative's attendance records in Congress? Start there. Because simply put, Democrat or Republican, if they don't show up for their job, they probably shouldn't be elected to office anymore. Right? Right. Okay, with all of that being said, this is the really simple sections 4 and 5, really simple laid out election sessions and procedures.